doing business real, nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I say it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer at all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no time cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of brinds. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene like I never did reply. I ain't gotta justify, I'm cool. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating, it's a party, one o'clock of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out.
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a kid, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey coach, put me in the game. I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the fourth-year running back, this is Devin Singletary, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play, and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got the 2-time reigning MVP against a guy who many think could be holding that trophy in the very near future. Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills that day 22-0. That was just Allen's 3rd NFL start. From the 29, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. The 20. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
To the air, Allen. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
Kamara is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Again, Kamara. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Bass is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And he returns this to the 22. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And this throw will be intercepted.
Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Gabriel Davis.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Rodgers now on 1st down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are back within a score.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And the Bills at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Kamara running right.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have moved out in front. Now Crosby for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Kamara up the middle. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 34. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he finds his man, that's Sweeney. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Rodgers now to throw. And they work this out past the 25. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on third down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And got his man complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Second down and 7. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Following the penalty, it's Murray. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. On play action, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Allen going to throw. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll pitch it out to Jones. He's got it to the 43 here. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Rashawn Gary is a player who has gotten better and better in each of his 3 NFL seasons. And last year, his biggest jump yet with 9.5 sacks and a couple of forced fumbles.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw, it's Allen. Dancing to his left. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On second down, Kamara. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Allen to throw it. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Allen now on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the 36, Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first down, Murray. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers. Completed out left of Dobbs. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Allen going to fire quickly and get it to Diggs out wide. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 77 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a 1st down.
Back to you. My 52, my 52. Hey, get away.
Here's Allen. Being chased out left. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A busy night continues for Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Allen. Forced out to his left. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Throwing is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. That one checks all the boxes, doesn't it? You get the 1st down, check. Get out of bounds, stop the clock, check.
Well, how about one last check? Keep your quarterback from getting hit. That's a big check.
Yeah, check there as well. Good call.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Allen. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Targeting Alvin Kamara. Got it near the sideline.
That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife.